Hello there, beautiful yogis, and welcome to the third part of our series Chakra Flow. If you haven't watched the first and the second Muladhara and Svadhisthana, I do recommend you to go and check them out first. Otherwise, let's do our Manipura today, which is our third chakra. So Manipura chakra, our third chakra, is situated in our center, in our solar plexus. This is also where we have our digestive system. And therefore, the element that represents the Manipura chakra is fire. Because of course, what happens in our center, in our digestive system, is that the acidity comes in, very burning sensation that you might know of as well, and breaks down the food in order to transform it into energy that the body then can use to be strong. Now, because it's situated in this part of the body as well, it means that on a more muscular level, what we're working on here is really the whole core, so front and back. But more so, it's the position of the body, it's the structure. And when we have a strong center, a strong structure, we can hold ourselves upright much more. And therefore, if we go into a more subtle level of what Manipura is working on, we come into things like confidence, into willpower and action. It is really the chakra of action. So we will work today on a very specific thing that's very typical for most people, I would say today, unfortunately, on a mental level, and that can then be translated on a physical level. Because even though somewhere we do know that we have the strength and the force to do certain things, we have these core beliefs within us that we are not good enough, that keep coming in as soon as we are on fight or flight mode, thinking that we are not capable of certain things, and then we actually end up sabotaging easily for ourselves. And it's the same fact actually for the body. So we have all this force, this strength, this power coming from our center that we are just not conditioned to use most of the time. And so we compensate by using other parts of the body when we could use our core strength. What happens is that we easily injure ourselves because we are not using the strength coming from the right part. Or even so, we tend to believe that we are not strong enough because we're compensating. So the two work together, which is why I would like for you to set as your mindset as well today. I have the right to act, and I allow myself to rise. And that is where we start with our practice today. So, in order to start, we're going to warm up the muscles in our core before we get into our flow, into our sun salutations, in order to really connect to that part of the body. So the very first thing that I would like for you to do is to lay down on your belly and stretch your legs out. You start to connect to the whole part of your lower belly, engaging. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring your right knee up towards your chest and hug it in. Squeeze all the air out. And then bring your head up as well, as close towards the knee as possible. Now keep pulling the lower belly in, engaging in the core. Then on an inhale, change legs. Exhale, hug the left one in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, inhale, 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 exhale. One more on each side. Exhale, and then inhale, and exhale. Release both legs down. Hands down to the ground. Now, engage again in your lower belly and feel that space that you have between your lower back and the ground. On an inhale, lift both legs straight up towards the sky. Engage and try to bring the lower back towards the ground. Then as you exhale, slowly lower your legs down towards the ground. Keep that engagement. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, lowering. Inhale, lift. Exhale. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Now, for the sake of this video, we're only doing these 5. But I do recommend to take another 5. Then from there, bring your knees in towards your chest. Cross your ankles, hold your knees, and then just simply rock up to sitting. Rock up to sitting and try to not bring your feet to the ground. Then bring the knees close in. Now, one of the main poses for Manipura, I would say, is Navasana or boat pose. So we're doing a little bit of a warm-up first, and then we'll come back to it later on. Lift your shin parallel to the ground. Maybe hug the knee in towards the chest with the help of your hand, and then on the other side as well. Lengthen your spine, engage in your core, and try to lift through the lower back. Reach your arms out towards the front of your mat and keep lifting your sternum. But stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then half boat. So we lower down, nothing comes to the ground. We're just lowering down very close to the ground. So we stay here for another 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come back up again. And just 3 this time. 1, 2, and 3. Lower down. 1, 2, and 3. Come back up. Only 1. And then down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And come all the way back up. Bring your knees to the ground. Round your feet to the ground. Round your back and roll all the way down. Nice. Bring your hands to the ground and bring the feet a little bit closer in. Lift your hips. Countering this with a little bit of bridge pose. Lift your hips as high as you can. Walk your feet even closer in. Grab a hold of your ankles. Bring the shoulders further in and keep lifting. Allowing the front of the body to stretch out as you counter this core work that we've just done. And then lower back down again. Once again, bring the knees in, cross your ankles, and rock up to sitting. Hands to the ground. Come around into plank pose. Now, as you're in plank, first of all, remember to turn your elbows towards the body, opening your biceps towards the front of your mat, which also helps you to broaden the collarbones. And throughout the practice today, remember, at any moment, if this feels a little bit too much, simply bring the knees to the ground. Let's start here to fire up a little bit in the belly. Press your heels away from the neck. Engage the pelvic floor, pull the lower belly in. Lengthen the neck. Shoulder blades are flat on your back. 1 more inhale. And as you exhale, lower down for Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up and push the heel away. Keep your hips closed, toes and kneecap facing down. This means that you cannot lift the leg so high as you might do when you open the hip. But we're not interested in opening the hip right now, we're interested in building up heat. So keep pressing away, coming from your fingertips, through your arms, lengthening through the spine. Imagine that each time that you inhale, you're lengthening the whole spine, the whole body. And then as you exhale, all the muscles are hugging around the spine. Let's stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come forward to a 3-legged plank. And if you can, lower down for a 3-legged chaturanga. Inhale, maybe 3-legged upward facing dog. And then come back into your downward facing dog. Let's do the other side. Left leg lifted. Hip is closed. Strong arms, strong hands. Strong core and strong leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. And then back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Look in between your hands. Step your right foot and then your left foot in between your hands, folding forward. Simply roll your spine up, vertebra per vertebra, until you come all the way up. Let the head be the last thing that lifts. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. And as you exhale, lean towards the right and push your hips in the opposite direction. Now let's stay here for a couple of breaths. As you stay in this position, root through both feet. So press into both heels as much as you can, pushing the hips away and engage in your center. Keep the integrity of your core strong, holding you up in this position. Then inhale, come back to center. Exhale, go the other way. Same here, strong legs, strong core, pushing the hips away, keeping an open chest by the help of your strong core. One more inhale and come back up to center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist towards the right. Now as you twist, keep the hips facing forward. Inhale, center, and then exhale, twist towards the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands together in front of your heart. And let's start our sun salutations. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky, look towards your thumbs. Exhale, fold forward, but stop halfway through. Come into an L shape with your body. So let your hips push away, strong spine, engage in your center. Bring the body weight towards the balls of your feet and your arms are over the line of your ears. Stay there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently lower down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend your knees and step or jump if you prefer, but come back into plank position again. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Straight away. Look in between your hands, bend your knees, step or jump. Come forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. All the way up. Look up towards your thumbs. Straight away, exhale, fold forward again. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend your knees, step or jump. Come back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Once again, straight away. Bend your knees, look in between your hands and step or jump. Come forward. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, fold. One more of these. Inhale, up. All the way up, look to your thumbs. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale. Come back to plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. And downward facing dog. Stay in downward dog. On an inhale, lift your right leg up, push the heel away. Exhale, bring the knee towards your chest and your shoulders over your hands, rounding your spine. Stay there for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, push the foot up again. And then exhale, bring the knee to the outside of your right elbow. Stay there as well for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, pushing the foot up. Exhale to the opposite elbow. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Exhale, step the foot in between your hands and lower the left knee to the ground. Lift yourself up, let your arms reach up. Look to your thumbs and then bring your hands together in front of your heart. Leaning gently forward, let's twist. Easy twist to start with. Left elbow, right knee. Hands together, look behind you. Inhale, elongate your spine. Exhale, twist a little bit more. Stay for another 3, 2, and 1. Hand to the ground. Lift the back knee off the ground. Swirl it around. Stay this way or step the right foot on top of the left. Lift your hip high. Engage. Arm up. Look towards your hand. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now bring your right elbow to the ground and swirl around. 3, 2, 1. Both elbows down. Pressing the heels away, lengthening the tailbone, lower belly in. Lift your chest a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now if you can, without bringing your knees to the ground, come back into downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, knee to the chest, shoulders over your hands, rounding your spine. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale, knee to the outside of the left elbow. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Exhale, knee to the outside of the right. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Exhale, step the left foot in between your hands and lower the right knee to the ground. Lift yourself up, let your arms reach up, hands together, and in front of your heart. Let's twist the other way. Long spine, lengthen. Exhale, twisting. Come back to center, hands down, and lift the back knee off the ground. Side plank again. Coming around, lifting the hip, and 3, 2, 1. Both elbows down, and once again. 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Downward facing dog. Stay for a few breaths. Bend your knees, look in between your hands, and step or jump, come forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, come all the way up. Look to your thumbs. Exhale, hands together in front of your heart. Release your hands down by the sides of your body. Let's do a little bit of balance. Interlace your fingers. Turn the palms down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, start to lift your heels. Now, as you come up, if your balance is with you, bring your arms behind your ears. Maybe even let the tushy come out behind you. And add on by looking up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your heels, release your hands and fold all the way down. Utkatasana, bend your knees. Reach your arms up towards the sky and stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, simply fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back and stay. Keep looking forward, lifting your tailbone, engaging your core to create more space in the lower back. Breathe. 1 more inhalation. And then as you exhale, hands to the ground, step or jump back into plank, lower down for Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up, push the heel away. Exhale, knee to the chest, shoulders over your hands, rounding your spine. Inhale, push the foot up again. Listen closely. As you exhale, bring the knee to the outside of the right elbow. Now, you can stay there or adding on by stretching that leg out in front of you. For 3, 2, 1. Lift the leg up again. Inhale. And as we exhale, like earlier on, twisting. You can add on here as well. Stay here or flatten the left foot. And then stretch the right leg out. Fallen triangle. Add on with lifting the right leg off the ground. 3, 2, 1. Back into your 3-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, step the foot in between your hands. Virabhadrasana A or Warrior 1. Flatten the left foot to the ground and come all the way up. Sinking deeply into the front knee. Square up your hips. Arms up, looking up towards your thumbs. Breathe through your core. Engage in your center. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, hug all the muscles around it. On your next exhalation, bring your hands to your heart and find one focal point in front of you. Then engaging from your center, lift your left knee up towards your chest. Stay here first. Keep lifting and start to point the toe to engage in the whole front of the leg. Engage on the buttocks that you're standing on and in the core. Now, simultaneously, reach your left leg forward and your arms up to the sky. But come from the center so that you're pushing that leg in front of you and the arms up. Keep the lengthening of your spine and engaging in your core. Engaging in the thigh, in your psoas. Stay there. Slow breath. Do not start to panic, even though that it's not a very comfortable position to be in. Maybe another 5 counts. Or bring the knee in and hands to the heart. You decide. Stay there and then transition into Virabhadrasana C or Warrior 3. So start to go forward, pressing the left foot behind you. Hips are just as squared as in Burma, and you're pushing into the heel. Reach your arms along the sides of your ears and maybe look even in between your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bend the right knee, bring the hands back down to the ground and step back into plank. Stay in plank. Inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Then inhale, lift your left leg up, push the heel away. Exhale, knee to the chest, shoulders over your hands, rounding the spine. Inhale, push the foot up again. Now, once again, bring it to the outside of the left and stay there, or Stretch the leg to the front. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, push the foot up again. And to the opposite side. Stay there or flatten the right foot. Stretch the left leg out, lifting the right arm up. Stay here or lift as well. For 3, 2, and 1. Hand down, lift the leg up. Inhale. Exhale, step the foot in between your hands and flatten the right foot to the ground. Square up your hips, sink into the front knee. Strong back leg. Arms up. Look into your thumbs. Strong center. Lengthening the spine, hugging the muscles as you exhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Find a focal point and bring the right knee to your chest, coming from your center. Engage in the core as you lift your right knee up. Hold it there. Engage your buttocks, engage your center, lifting through the spine, lifting through the sacrum. And like on the other side, at the same time coming from the center, reach the right leg in front of you and your arms up. Hold it there, stay. Strong body. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, hugging all the muscles around. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And maybe stay 5 more or bring the knee in, hands to the heart. Take your time to transition into your warrior 3. Reaching the leg behind you, pressing into the heel, hips are down, upper body parallel to the ground, reaching your arms forward, look in between your hands if that is accessible to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bend the knee, bring your hands down, step back to plank, and once again Chaturanga. Upward dog, downward dog. Stay for a few breaths. And bend your knees. Look in between your hands. Step or jump, come forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend your knees, arms up. Exhale, straighten your legs and hands to the heart. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And again, Utkatasana. Bend your knees. Arms up. Look to your thumbs and then bring your hands to the heart. Let's twist again. Several options. Option 1, like we did in the beginning, simply hands together, elbow to the outside of the knee, looking behind you. Option 2, bring the left hand all the way down to the ground. If the shoulder can come to the outside of the knee. And then reach your right arm up. Last option, a little bit more advanced. Come into a side crow pose. Both hands to the ground. Bend your elbows like in Chaturanga. And then come lifting your legs off the ground. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, and fold. Bend the knees again. Back into your chair pose. And hands to the heart. Let's twist the other way. So, choose your options, preferably the same as you did on the other side. Either hands together, elbow to the outside of the knee. Hand down, reaching the left arm up. Or coming into our little bit more advanced balancing pose. Both hands to the ground. Bending your elbows and come into your balancing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come back. Folding forward. Inhale, flat back. And bend your knees, step or jump. Come back into plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. And downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank again. And then instead of going down, roll over to your side plank. Stay here or lift the leg up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, plank. Exhale, other side. Reach the right arm up. Same here, stay here or add on. Lifting the leg, inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Come back again. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, child's pose. Knees to the ground and slide back. Hands by the sides of your feet. Reach your arms back towards the top of your mat and come back into downward facing dog. So this time, let's everyone at least try to jump forward. I'll walk you through it. Press your heels towards the ground, lifting the tailbone. Bring your chest as close to your thighs as you can. And start to engage in your two bandhas, lifting the pelvic floor, lower belly in. Then bend your knees, look in between your hands, and bring the body weight forward, as if you would jump into a handstand. So, bend your knees, look in between your hands, and then gently jump forward. Flat back, inhale, exhale, fold. Bend the knees for chair pose again, or arms up. And then bring your hands together in front of your heart on the exhalation. Now, come all the way down to the ground with your hands and bring your feet a little bit further back, like a half downward dog. Bend your knees and lift your heels. Bring your knees all the way into your armpits. Bakasana, crow or crane. And then start to lean forward. Just stay here. Start to engage in your core. And then maybe try to lift one foot off the ground. Try the other one as well. And then maybe, or not, try both. Maybe even start to straighten your arms. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And jump back. Upward dog, knees to the ground, child's pose. Center yourself here. Now before we start our cooling down, we'll come back into our initial pose, Navasana or boat pose, just for a little bit, to revisit it and to notice in what way we might have woken up the muscles in the core during the practice, and we can perceive this pose differently. So if it's in your practice, come into downward facing dog and jump through to sitting, or simply do like me, hands and knees, cross your ankles and come around. Hands behind your knees, lift the shin bones. Bring your knees close towards you, lift your chest. Stay here or reach your arms out. Stay here or maybe add on by stretching your legs out. 1, 2, 3, engage in the lower belly. 4 and 5. Now maybe try this. Cross your ankles, bring the body in. Bring your hands down to the ground and try to lift yourself up. So that would be basically looking like this. And then come back down. Now let's see if we can do that one more time, just one more time. Stretching your legs out, lifting your chest, arms out. 1, 2, get them closer and closer. 3, 4, and 5. Cross, hands down, roll down onto your mat. Lift your hips. Walk your feet in, grab a hold of your ankles. Lift higher. Then interlace your fingers maybe and walk the shoulders even further in. Lift high. Press into your heels. Stay there. Or take it even further if it's in your practice. Urdhva Dandurasana, also called wheel pose. Hands by the sides of your ears. Starting simply by bringing your head to the ground. Turn your elbows straight. Press into your heels and then maybe lift yourself up. Now you can stay here from 1 to 5 counts and then come back down. Gently laying down. Hug your knees in. Stretch your arms out towards the sides. Rolling your knees down towards the right. Head in the opposite direction. And then roll all the way back to center and over to the other side. And then back to center. Now, after this, you should come into a well-rewarded long Shavasana for resting. I just want to take a minute before we end to tell you that maybe did you notice that this was a little bit more of a challenging practice than the other two that we've done. Specifically because I've put in a few more challenging poses. Now I've done that with a purpose. So do not feel frustrated if you felt like you were far away from ever achieving any of these poses. It takes time, and that is what your practice is. It is a part of the journey. So you just appreciate where you're at on the journey. And it is also a way to show that you actually do have that force, that power within. That it's just a question of conditioning yourself, both mentally and physically. And then, with practice, all is coming. Thank you for your participation. Namaste.